Thanks for inviting me. Hello, everybody. I will present the decarbonization of the largest asset class. So 68% of our wealth is stored in buildings, and hardly anybody is really working on decarbonizing the built environment. So we need technologies that can accelerate the renovation wave in Europe. We want to invest 6 trillion until 2030 in the renovation of worst performing buildings. And for that, we definitely need better technology, because the construction industry only invests 1% and the housing industry only invests 0.1%. So basically, what can we do? We have to move the work from the construction site, where at the moment 95% is assembled on site in a very chaotic process, to factories where robots can do the work. And of course, we have to also fully automate planning. So if you have a look on the German building stock, like 70%, 75% of the stock is really not in that shape to move to climate neutrality. And there's a huge backlog of buildings which are very inefficient. And we try to move these red buildings to the green side, so we can immediately renovate houses from the efficiency classes G and H to A+ in just a few weeks of construction. So how do we do that? We build a bio-based second skin around the existing buildings with elements, facade and roof elements, where already everything is integrated. So windows, insulation, piping, electrical lines, everything is already prefabricated. And we need that in order to bring these houses in a couple of weeks construction time to net zero. So looking at the tech, how do we do that? So first of all, we need machine learning and data to recognize the suitable buildings. And then we developed a configurator that we can immediately, just from a postal address, estimate the CapEx, the investment cost for our customers, with a precision of 90 to 95%. And then we scan the buildings from the inside and the outside, because we have to have the perfect quality of data and knowledge about this existing building. And we produce a point cloud of these buildings in order to do an automatic planning. And this very accurate point cloud, of course, includes a lot of knowledge about the substance of the buildings in terms of fixing new elements to the existing buildings. Are the structures strong enough, or do we need additional measures? And then we do automatic planning. So we do planning which normally takes up to 2-3 months of architectural planning and energy planning, emission concepts, with just one click, because we can actually adapt existing planning libraries to the measurements of the existing building. And then we send the data to factories. We have 4 manufacturing partners in Germany, the big prefabrication companies who normally do like single-family houses, but at the moment it's a difficult business, so all the suppliers are very keen to work for us. And there, most of the work can already be done by robots. We still have a long way to a fully automated factory, so it's far away from automotive, but we are pushing, of course, our suppliers to more and more automate. And then these facade and roof elements are transported to our on-site operations, and we have own people, but also we have contractors who can fix these elements in just a few minutes to the existing walls. Sometimes with scaffolding, but here you see, for example, the first 4-story installation just with cranes we did a couple of months ago, and we really try to bring down the installation times, because this is really the crucial time where also the tenants are in a very critical situation, because we have to work in the apartments, and it's every minute is really important that we can make a tenant-friendly renovation just from the outside. And here you can see, for example, an example of a building where at the end we produce up to 20% more end energy than the tenants consume for heating, warm water and electricity in the building. And how can we do that? We put as much as we can photovoltaics on the roof, heat pumps in the basement, and at the end these buildings look like new buildings, and it's really difficult to actually not think that these are new buildings. But at the end, it has to be a business case for the customer. Our customers are housing companies between 5,000 units up to a couple of 100,000 units. We work, for example, with a DAX-listed housing company. And for these housing companies, of course, they have to increase the net rent by reducing heating costs and maintenance costs, but also by increasing the floor space with adding additional floors or adding balconies. You can increase the value of the building by up to 100%. Last but not least, it's a climate play. I'm a climate founder for the last 16 years, and that's why I'm in this game. And it's not only about reducing operational emissions to zero, but it's also the carbon footprint of this new skin we constantly want to bring down. For example, by using wood and cellulose and avoiding metals, bringing everything in a circular process, so every layer of our elements can be reused in a circular process, and the building owner gets a material pass that after 50 to 70 years of life cycle, they can reuse the materials. We have a pipeline of more than 600 million euros. We have an order book of roughly 100 million euros. And yeah, now it's really start to scaling this business. We work at the moment on 850 apartments in 16 projects. And it's a really difficult business case, because it's about hardware development, software development, operational challenges. But we have now a technology and a company that is ready to scale, and the market is immense. And yeah, we are optimistic then that we can substantially bring down emissions in that sector, and that we can help the housing industry to get more profitable and decarbonize. Thank you very much.